Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, it's enough. So we already my screen is visible to everyone.
No, sir.
Not chala.
Visible, sir. We can.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine, chala.
It's visible.
Fine.
Okay. So we already come across these terminologies, data structure terminologies we are seeing now, and what is the data structures and what are the types of data structures are there in Java. We are seeing already we come across one of data structure is linked list in the previous class. So what is a single linked list, double linked list, and circular linked list and circular double linked list. So these are the diagrams already we discussed. Today we are going to be see this stack. Today we are going to be discuss what even this stack said is last in first out. So what is this last in first out? So generally everyone start with this word. So once it is when we are starting with in the second year or starting first semester, if I ask a stack, in order to remember the simple thing, we can simply call last in first out. So we'll remember, we can frame the. Now you are in final year, we cannot say that last in first out is a simple word in order to remember your stack. So we need to give a full-fledged definition as a stack is an ordered list in which insertion and deletion can be performed only at one end, that is called top. So we need like this. Stack is an ordered list in which insertion and deletion can be performed only one end, that is the top. I think we need to remember this diagram. So what is this order list? So can anyone, number 78, can you define any real-time example for stack? Real-time example for stack, number 78. See that the girls are wearing bangles now. So how they are wearing bangles? One after one if we are wearing. So when they are going to be removed, how, in which order they are going to be removed? Which one is the last there? That one is going to be removed. Then another one, pulling some playing tennis cock, no? When you are putting the tennis cock into that box, how? We are inserting all the rockets into the box. Then when we are removing, the top of the one is going to be removed. So this is called an order list. We cannot insert in between. So whenever we need to perform some operation on stack, we need to touch the top. Whether we need to remove, whether we need to insert, we need to touch the top. Based upon the top value, we are going to be decide that whether the stack is full or empty, overloaded or underloaded. So everything is going to be defined based upon the top. See that? So what are another important word in a stack is a recursive data structure. See that the very, very important term. Stack is a recursive data structure having its top elements. What is this? We have a pointer concept here, no? So we can aside a pointer concept a little bit later. We will discuss that pointer concept. Now tell me, what is the recursive data structure? What is a recursive? What is a recursive function?
Sir, my voice का break out sir.
The function calls function itself is known as recursive function. So same here, whenever we are going to be call the top, each and every time. So whether maybe insertion and maybe deletion is going to be performed. So only one function that is going to be repeatedly done. Here we can frame a top as a function. That function is going to be called each and every time. That's why the stack is called recursive data, having the pointer to its top element. That pointer we will discuss in between later when the linked list will come. Here also linked list will come. That time we will see that. See this. So applications of stack. What are the applications of stack? The first one we can recursion. So we can repeat in itself we can call a recursion. We can use recursion. Expression, evaluation and conversions. So what is this expression, evaluation and conversions? How to evaluate the expression? Why we need to evaluate the expression? So can you define expression? Expression is a combination of operators and operands which will use in a single value. So when we are going to be perform operation on expression, for example, we have multiple operators are there. For example, addition, subtraction and multiplication are there. So which one we need to perform first? We cannot perform all those operations at a time. For example, 2 plus 3 plus 5. For example, how we can do all those things? How we can do all those things? So we need to
Challa?
my screen is visible.
Yeah, fine, Challa. Fine, Challa, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes disturbance in some voice. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I exit my screen sharing and I'm doing. Okay. So now recursive data. Then here the recursion when we are talking about expression evaluation. So what is going to be happen? So 2 plus 3 plus 5 is there. So how to plus option you can do only first we perform 2 plus 3. Then the answer is come. That answer again we are going to be added to 5. So at a time we can perform only one operator with the two operands. So such time what we have to do.
Sir, voice break అవుతుంది sir.
Evaluate the expression.
Challa వాయిస్ లో కొంచెం క్లారిటీ అదే బ్లర్నెస్ వస్తుంది మధ్య మధ్యలో. వాయిస్ వినపడట్లేదు కూడా ఒక్కొక్కసారి కట్ అయిపోతుంది. వినపడట్లేదు చల్లా సార్ మీ వాయిస్. హలో
Sir, now it is clear?
Yeah, fine, Challa, sir. Fine.
Now it is clear?
Yeah, super.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
So that is known as a expression, evaluation and conversion. Then another one is passing. What is mean called passing? I think everyone come across the concept of compiler? Have you know the concept of compiler? So there is 6 phases are there in compiler. The second phase is
Challa, sir, 1 minute. Who is this Preeti Sparkle? Log in with your register number. Preeti. Okay.
Sir, it is a recording, sir. We can call it.
Okay, sir.
So parsing means simply we have a tree structure where in the root node we have a operator and a leaf nodes we have some operands. So how we are going to be evaluate the expression in the tree format is known as a parsing. Then other one is about browsers. What is this browsers? So you can simply call browser what the thing will come to in picture URL. What is the URL? Once, for example, we are going to be type www.google.com. Later, we are going to be search something word. What is going to be happen to URL? URL is going to be increment. That is /// everything is going. Once we are going to be back, everything is going to be left. Yes or no? Same thing here. Then another one is editors, and another one is a tree travels. So these terminologies are well known about you. Then if you have any discussion, we can put in discussion in the Google Classroom, no problem. Then the main operations are in stack is a push and pop. What is this push and pop? Simple. Inserting data into a stack is known as a push, and removing data from the stack is known as pop. So see this. This is a simple diagram for stack. So we have a various stacks are there, and inserting data and removing data. Then another one, see that what are the operations we can perform on a stack. We name the terms, that is a push and pop. The first word is about push, adding element onto the stack. See that? So we have a new element 10. We are going to be pushed into the stack. Our stack is already contains 23 and 93. Then we are pushing the new number, that is 10, into the stack. So that is we are going to be perform the push operation. Another one is about pop operation. So what is a pop? Removing element from the stack. So we have a top, we have a 12 element 12. Then we are going to be perform pop. Then so we have removed 12 from the stack, and only we have 23 and 93 from the stack. Then another one we have how these stacks goes. How and means we come across the operations push and pop. Then how these push and pop operations are going to be done? The first scenario is about stack is empty. What is this stack is empty? The stack is called empty if it does not contain any element inside it. At this stage, the value of the variable top is -1. And so I already said that we have only one word here, top. Based upon the top, we are going to be whether we are going to be insert the data, whether we are going to be delete the data, because the top is always top. The top is always top. The top value, whether it is -1, we are going to be say that the stack is empty. Now see the another scenario. When here we will see the top is 2. What is that? The top is 2 means. So we have 0, 1 place, and third place.
Hello, sir. Voice
Total, how many
classical.
values in the top? How many values are in the top? We have 3 values in the top. So when the top is 2, number of values in the stack is 3. See that the values of the top will get increased by 1 every time when we add any element into the stack. In the following stack, after adding the first element, top equal to 2. Then another scenario, see that when the top is 1, so before the top is 2, when it is became 1, what is going to be happen? We are going to be remove one value from the stack. So that is the value of the top will get decreased by 1 whenever an element is deleted from the stack. The following stack, after deleting 10 from the stack, the top is equal to 1. So please be remember, based upon the top value, we are going to be decide that how many values are in the stack, how many values are in the stack, how many values we can insert there. So that is everything is depend upon the top. So this is the top values. If the top value is the position -1, then the stack is called an empty. When it is 0, only one element in the stack. When n-1, the stack is full. What is n? We can say the number of elements. We can say the n is number of elements. When n-1, then we can call the stack is full. When n overflow. So how we can define this? So see this, how we are going to be implement this stack. So stack we can implement by using array. What is the concept of array? We can simply say that we have a group of similar type of data we can insert. But in the stack we can have a multiple types of data also. So in a parenthesis evaluation or expression evaluation, we may insert operands and operators also. But in array we can do only elements only a similar type of elements only. Yes or no? So that is the meaning here. So adding element into a stack is known as a push operation. So adding an element into the top of the stack is referred to as a push operation. Push operation involves the following two steps. One is increment the value of the top so that it can now refer to the next memory location. So next memory location. So I already told when we are talking here about array. What is the concept of array? Number 27. Can you tell me what is array? We already discussed in the previous class. Array. So not only a group of similar data, we need to remember the one more thing concept in array. I already discussed. Can anyone remember? Number 27. So that is known as base address.
Basic address.
Yes, very good, very good. Not basic address, that is a base address. BASE, base address only. Okay, very good, number 28. So that is when we are going to be, what is the base address? So that is simple known as a memory location of the first element in the array. Same here also. When we have a memory address, we are going to be increased. Automatically the top will be increased. Automatically elements are going to be inserted into the stack. So that is our first one. Then add an element at the position of incremented top. This is referred to adding a new element at the top of the stack. So when we are going to be increment the top value, so one after one. So increment, whenever the concept called increment or decrement, only +1 or -1. Please be remember that only +1 or -1. We cannot remove multiple values at a time in the stack. We can remove at a time only one value. We can insert only one value at a time. That's it only. We cannot do a multiple operations. That is a multiple values we cannot delete or multiple values we cannot insert it. So that is we need to remember here. The stack is overflow when we are trying to insert an element a completely filled stack. Therefore, our function must be always avoid to stack overflow condition. So what is this overflow? That is when what is the value of top when it is in overflow? Top was n.
N.
Remember, see this. The top value is 1 n. Then we can say that the stack is overflow. Why it is? I said n number of values. When it is n, why it is overflow? Because as similar as array index start from 0 to n -1, same way here also. When the top is -1, the stack is empty. When it is 0, the first element is going to be inserted. Same way here also, the position start from top position start from 0 to n -1. So when it is 0 is included, then total values we can say that n values. So if the n values, so what is the top? N -1. Total number of values in the stack, we can say that n. A similar way here. Then another one delete an element from the stack. Deletion of an element from top of the stack is called pop operation. The value of the variable top will be incremented by 1 whenever the item is deleted. I think here is the decrement. I think you can slide changes. I will do modify and I will send to you later. The top most element of the stack is stored in another variable. Then the top is decremented. So
Sir, voice clarity
increment is
లేదు.
+1 and decrement is your decrement is -1. So we need to talk about when we are performing push operation, we are going to be talking about overflow operation. The same thing when we are going to be perform pop operation, we need to look into the underflow operation. What is this underflow? When the stack is empty, we are still going to remove a value from the stack. What we are going to be do? What we are going to be get? Nothing we are going to be. In the situation with that is known as underflow condition. So see that the last line, the underflow condition occurs when we are trying to delete an element from an already empty stack. See that in the two operations, push and pop, when we are performing push, we need to know the concept of overflow. When we need to know about the pop operation, we need to know the concept of underflow operation. Number 87. Then next one, see that then array implementation stack. After this push and pop, we have another operation is peak. What is this peak operation? See that one simple before going to this concept. Generally, we are going to pop one element from the stack. What is going to be happen? A simple that element is removed from the stack. Remove from the stack. But here the concept of peak operation, the element will be there, the copy of the element is going to be out of them. See that the peak operation involves returning the element which present at the top of the stack without deleting it. A simple concept of copy paste, not a cut copy, where simply we are doing copy and paste it. Which element is going to be copied? Which element is going to be perform the peak operation? Which value at the top? Again, the concept is same. Last in, first out. What is the top of the value? That is the first value we can delete from the stack. So that instead of deleting, we are going to be copy the top of the value to the another place. That is known as a peak operation. So these are the these are going to be implemented the stack by using array. The same thing we can implement the stack by using a linked list also. What's the linked list? So before the linked list, we need to know the concept of. So I highlighted now. Linked list allocates the memory dynamically. Linked list allocates the memory dynamically. What is the meaning called dynamic? When we are going to talk about dynamic, immediately we need to know the concept of static. Dynamic. What is static and dynamic? For example, if I find a variable a equal to 10, so that a always contains value 10. For example, I ask int a the colon, and we ask the value of a, so that is a dynamic. When we are asking in program a equal to 10, always the value of a is 10. It is a static. Whenever how many we are going to compare, how many the value going to be print, the value a is 10. The same thing we are asking through the keyboard. enter the value of A. So each and every time we can give a different values. When we are going to be run the program, dynamically we can allocate values to the memory location. What we call a memory location? So that is known as a variable. So try to use some different terminologies when we are going to be explain the concept. Instead of saying variable, what I said that memory location. I'm going to be give a dynamic values to the memory location. So this, what is this linked list? How we are going to be implement of the stack? Instead of using an array, we can also use a linked list to implement the stack. Linked list allocates the dynamic memory dynamically. However, time complexity in both the scenarios is same for the all operations, that is push, pop, and peek. So same operations are same in stack, but the implementation will be different. That maybe you're going to be use array or you are going to be use a linked list. That is a different. Then another one is in linked list implementation of stack, the nodes are maintained non-continuously in the memory. What is this continuously and non-continuously? What is this continuous memory allocation? Where it will come continuous memory allocation? The before concept array. Array is a continuous memory allocation. In linked list, it is not any continuous memory allocation. We can have a non-continuously allocated memory. Why array is a continuously? Why linked list is? Yeah, see that I already said that a linked array is based upon base address. The address is going to be increment. How? For example, it is in a character array. 97, please mute yourself. 97, please mute yourself. When the base address is defined for the first value, then what is going to be happen? Automatically, the next value is going to be updated. How it will be? For example, it is an array. Automatically, the size of character, for example, 1 byte. For example, the first base address is 1000, 1001, 1002, 1004. That is continuous. For example, it is an integer array. What is going to happen? So integer, what is the size of integer? 2 bytes. So that is 1000, 1002, 1003, 1004. Why? Because I defined the base address as 1000, then later on increment by 2 bytes. Because I defined array in integer array. The same that is. But here is not like that. So we are going to be create a node. This node contain linked list. Node contain what? In simple linked list, we have two parts in a node. That is, one is data part, another one is link part. So we are getting some data, updating the data. Is nothing, address is going to be created. When we have a one node, data and that address we are going to link with the another node. That is the simple concept. So here need not to be a continuous memory allocation. That is only. It is maintained in non-continuous memory allocation. It is not a continuous memory allocation. Whenever we are going to be create a node, automatically node get two parts. That is, one part is data part, another part is a memory part. So that is it is created in memory, but not in array. In array, how it is going to happen? Once the base address is going to be created, based upon that base address, it is going to be increment. That is the thing. I think, have you got my point? I think so. So that is, it contains a pointer to its intermediate successor node in the stack. The stack is said to be an overflow if the space left in the memory, the heap is not enough to create a node. When the top is reached, that is overflow. That is, when top value is in, we cannot create new node. See this simple implementation of stack by using a linked list. So top we have a new node. Why we are saying new node at top? Because both insertion and deletion. So insertion means we are going to be insert a new node. New node where we are going to be insert? We are going to be at the top. So that's why at the top we have a new node. New node next, new node next, next. The next will be, see that next will be connected with the new node. Another next will be connected with the another next will be connected with the top contains the latest node, that is the new node. So that is the implementation. Again, we have a linked list implementation on stack. Add a node to the stack, that is A. Again, see that before we are going to be talking about inserting a value into the array. Here we are going to be adding a node into the stack. So node means what? What it contains node? Node contains two parts, that is a data part and link part. That is a node. So when we are going to be insert that node, so that is operation known as a push operation. How we are going to be insert? Where we can insert the new node? We can insert the top of this stack. So based upon that, based upon the top value, we can insert the value. So adding a new node to the stack is referred to as a push operation. Pushing an element to a stack in linked list implementation is different that of an array implementation. In order to push an element into the stack, the following steps are involved. First one, we need to create a data first and allocate memory to it. In array, we are not going to be create a memory. In array, the memory is going to be create continuous memory allocation. We are not going to be. Once the base address is created, automatically the memory is going to be incremented based upon the type of this type of the array. Sorry, if it is array, character array, whether it is integer array, whether it is a float array or double array, based upon the size of the data type, automatically the array is going to be incremented. But here, when we have a node, for example, we have one node, we need to create a data point and at the same time we need to allocate the memory for it. Once it is done, then the node is created. Then we need to check whether we need to push into the stack. So when we are going to be pushed into the stack, what we have to remember? So we need to check whether the top value is n or n minus 1. We need to check whether it is n, the stack is overflow. When it is n minus 1, the stack is full. When it is less than the size of stack, then we can insert the new node into the stack. There we are going to be called new data. Here we are going to be called new node. Node always contains two parts. One is a data part, another one is a link part. That is a simple meaning is memory. So if the list is empty, the item to be pushed as the start node of the list. Yes or no? If the list is empty, empty means the top value is what? -1. When we insert the new node, the first node, what is going to be happen? Top will be 0. The first node inserted into the stack. So if there is some nodes are already in that, then we have to add the new element in the beginning of the last of the list. It is not to be violated the property of stack. So again, whatever the concept we are going to be take to implement stack, either maybe an array or linked list, but we should not disturb the concept of stack. What is the concept of stack? So we can perform only two operations. One is push and another one is pop. Push is inserting value and pop is removing value or deleting value. So we cannot disclose the concept of stack properties. We need to consider the stack property. Again, we need to insert. So in array, by using, we can simply insert only values into the stack. In linked list, along with value, we are going to be insert its memory location also. So array is a continuous memory allocation and linked list is non-continuous memory allocation. So that is a simple difference. See here. So how we are going to be implement? See here we have node, node 1, node 2, node 3. So this is one linked list stack, for example. So we are going to be insert new node. Where we can insert? Shall I insert here after node 2? No, I cannot enter. Because if I insert, this is concept called implementation of linked list. But we are including here the implementation by this stack. When the stack operation comes, we need to know the properties of stack. What? Always insertion and deletion we can do the top place only. What is top place? That is node 0, where before the node 1 we need to insert, that is the top. There only we can insert. Now tell me what is the difference between the array and the linked list. Array implementation of stack and linked list implementation of stack. So in both places we are going to be perform push and pop operations. In array we are going to be have a continuous memory allocation, and linked list we have a non-continuous memory allocation. There we are going to be insert only values into the stack. Here we are going to be insert data nodes into a stack. Node, not a data node. It is once we can call a node, it's automatically contain value and the next. The next is nothing but memory location. The memory location is nothing but. Next concept is what? The queue. So again, so don't go with the simple. What is queue? FIFO, first in, first out. So we need to have a clear definition for queue. A queue can be defined as an ordered list. Again, it is an ordered list, which enables insert operation to be performed one end, that is called wrap, and deletion operation can be performed another end, that is called frame. Can some there is a real-time example for queue? Real-time example for queue. Standing in queue itself. Who is going to be friend? That person is going to be go out. Who can enter into the queue? Where can he enter? He can enter at the last. That is known as rail. Where he can exit? In the first. That is known as friend. We have water pipe. The first drop of water enter into the pipe. Where it will be exit? At the front, where we are going to be catch the front water pipe. There it is going to be. Where we are going to be connect, somewhere rare we are going to be connect to the tap or a motor. These are very real-time examples. So here we have some applications of queue. So that is queue are widely used in waiting list, in a single shared resource like printer, disk and CPU. So what is, okay, we can leave these two terms later. So what is a printer? How it will be comes into a linked list? For example, we have multiple copies we need to give a print. For example, I'm going to be print page 1, again page 2, again page 3. Individually, I'm going to be give. How it is going to be order will come? So which page you gave a first print, that print will come the first out. First in, first out. That is a concept. Which key is going to be, that key is going to be exit in the monitor. Then queues are used asynchronous transfer of data where the data is not being transferred at the same rate to between two processes. For example, pipes and file input output operation and sockets. When queues are used in our real life, very much interesting MP3 players and CD players. When we are going to be insert some data into the CD, how we are going to be insert? So how it is going to be read the same way how it is going to be exit. మనం ఎలా రీడ్ చేస్తామో అలానే ఎగ్జిట్ చేస్తాం. MP3 ప్లేయర్ ఫస్ట్ ఏ సాంగ్ అయితే మనం ప్లే చేస్తామో ఆ సాంగ్ ఫస్ట్ అయిపోతే నెక్స్ట్ సాంగ్ వస్తుంది. వెనక మనం లాస్ట్ లో మనం ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తుంటాం, ఫస్ట్ లో బయటకు వెళ్ళిపోతాం. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ క్యూ. Queues are used to maintain the playlist in media player in order to add or remove the songs from the playlist. Queues are used in operating system for handling interrupts. What is the concept of interrupt? What is called concept of interrupts? What is the
disturbance.
called interrupt? Some disturbance, something unwanted things is going to be happen. That is. So that is the end of the class. So can someone have any doubts? So last 8 minutes, if you have any doubts, you can ask me regarding these two topics. I think we are well known about. You are well known about